All right.
Uh,
All right. Hey, everybody. How's it going?
hey,
Hopefully, we're not too loud. Looks like our levels are looking pretty good. But if anything is too loud or whatnot, let us know.
well, it seems like there's got to be some kind of adjustments that happen.
Yeah. But I mean, it's we're getting there. We're getting there. Sorry for the late start. I thought I had hit start stream, and I went to go fill up my water and use the facilities, and it looks like it didn't start. So sorry.
It's weird because like streaming is like a two-step process now. Like you send it from OBS, and YouTube is like, oh hey, look at this thing. Here's a preview window. I'm receiving this thing, and then you have to click go live. So it's more, but it's kind of cool because like you could like host like a marathon event or something like that where
Right.
you you like have other people with your stream key, and then like you confirm that their stream looks good, and then you click go live. I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Try doing the hippie look. Is this a hippie look? I don't.
I don't know. Maybe is that
why is this a hippie look? It's just
and you didn't even know it.
It's just a little zip up shirt. It's comfy. My mom gave it for me for Christmas like 2 years ago.
I see that there's a $5 donation at the very beginning from Chris Rat saying, "Hey guys, how you doing this fine evening?" Anyway, fun fact: this game has a widescreen mode, which isn't common for PS1, and it does. I kind of messed around with it, but since I'm gonna be sending the video to the stream with the PS1 digital, it's kind of difficult because you gotta manually stretch it then in OBS, and I'm not.
I mean, I do manual stretching in OBS all the time because, I'm always trying to get like a perfect fit for the CRTs.
Right.
I feel that's fine.
I wonder if that's something that could be that we could request. Say like, I wonder if that's something that could be done. Like maybe like a build like in the PS1 digital firmware, like a widescreen mode that will stretch the image to the correct aspect within the 1080p window.
Yeah. I'm sure they could do it. They probably just didn't think there was a reason for it.
Yeah, maybe I should. I'll message Jan about that tomorrow. Let's see.
But
anyways,
yeah, I can't think of a lot of PS1 games with a
widescreen mode, but I mean, there
are several on N64, like GoldenEye and Perfect Dark have like true widescreen modes where it squishes it in, and and then you are supposed to unstretch it yourself. And then I think Jet Force Gemini, maybe. I don't know if it's a true widescreen mode or if it's just a letterbox. I can't remember.
I don't know. I mean, but even like the Saturn has like Panzer Dragoon Zwei. I was gonna say Panzer Dragoon 2 Zwei has like whatever. I'm not a German speaker, but it's like it does have a widescreen mode as well. So I mean, there's reason to have these things. I'm just noticing that my webcam is looking very like lacking color, and I've been kind of messing around with the LUTs feature on the different video sources. And have you messed around with those at all?
No, like I'm always afraid of them because aren't they kind of like one size fits all like sort of setting? Like,
well, you add them to the effect filters, and to the effects for each source. And
it just kind of makes me paranoid that it's not going to be exactly what I want.
Well, no, but I mean, you can do some fun things. That's what I was going to show you. Is they can actually do some fun, interesting things with them. Like there's a whole like posterize one where you can watch my webcam. You can let's see if I can turn it on. You can do stuff like this. Wait for it to show up. You can just have some fun and do some wacky effects.
Oh, there you go. Oh, yeah. if you lower the frame rate, then you'll look like you were in a Play It Loud video.
Exactly. So I mean, there's some other stuff. I mean, there's like straight up like, there's like some grayscale ones where you can just make it completely black and white. It's kind of awesome. But it's just been messing around with that a little bit. I've been messing around with it because I'm using OBS for recording all my game capture now, and I'm not like completely happy with the tone mapping of for HDR stuff that the Live Gamer 4K does. So I've been trying to,
because you're playing Ys 9 and it doesn't have native HDR support, but you leave HDR on your PS5 when playing.
Right. Because I mean, I'm not going to turn it off and turn it on every time I play. Anytime I play something. So,
for you, where your TV actually does that feature correctly, but my TV doesn't do that feature correctly. So,
yeah. I mean, so I want to make a like a LUT that kind of like tweaks it a little bit to look a little bit better. So
see that I would just be so paranoid about, because it's like, oh, is it am I losing any detail? Is it crushing anything?
Oh, I mean,
are the levels correct?
But you can do that. Well, all you need to do is take a screenshot of the game, export it just like a screenshot from the source, and bring that into Premiere, and then you can use the Lumetri color correction and look at all your levels and everything, and then you can save that LUT out and use that in OBS.
I wish you could look at the Xbox Series X menu in HDR, because like the whatever you call them, the samples, the visual samples that they have for calibration are really good images, and that would give you a lot of information as to whether you were tone mapping correctly.
Well, maybe it'll be added in the future. I saw there was a $5 or maybe
$2 from Jonathan G.
Okay, got it.
Saying my mode arrived the day your video went live.
Oh,
neat.
Wow.
Well, hopefully it helped you understand setting up a few things anyway, I guess.
Or just even some ideas of things to check out. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and start.
And now you're playing this on the X Station.
I'm playing this on the X Station, and I'm going to be using DualShock 3 with it, thanks to some people who recommended the Brook PS1 wireless adapter a few weeks ago. I ordered one, and then I promptly ordered a second one to use on my PS2, and I don't have to switch it back and forth. So I'm going to be really putting it through its paces.
You gave me a super scratched up version of this game that you got at like Goodwill or something.
Yeah, I was looking at mine, and mine's pretty scratched up too.
It was actually one of the discs that I took to Video Game World when I shot that B-roll of their disc resurfacer. It was actually one of the discs that they put on the resurfacer, and he was kind of like, I don't think this one's going to get very good. I can do it another time or two, but I think I would not have accepted this one.
Yeah, I mean, I think it is a Goodwill find, and I have another copy of it. I probably just swapped it for that, but mine's not even that great either.
There was $4.99 from Eric Schussler. Thank you.
Thank you.
Saying Coury is someone who is generally risk averse. How foolproof is hacking a Vita TV? Because I am a fool, hoping it's easy.
Well,
is there a high risk of bricking?
I mean, it could always happen. But what I did is I just like really took the directions slowly.
You sent me a link that had like you said just read every single step.
Yeah, that's what I did. I just like took it real slow, and then it came out to like not be that hard. And when I actually did my handheld Vita, the Vita like the first gen, the OLED screen one afterwards, I was a lot more confident with it. But I don't remember what the guide is for it, but if you just really, really take your time, read it slowly, don't advance until you figure out like if everything's like working correctly, there is. I mean, you should be okay. You should be okay.
Look at this. Look at this mean Pac-Man.
He's a robot Pac-Man.
But yeah,
Would it be funny if that was the boat that Pac-Man just rode in on? That's the boat from the title screen of Last of Us 2. This is what it's alluding to.
The war, man.
Yeah.
There was $5 from Jonathan Henson. Thank you. Saying the person who replied to your tweet about using an SSD data and power extender for the Saturn is a genius. Try that tomorrow.
Yep, I ordered one as well. It'll arrive on Tuesday. It's just someone took a SSD and power adapter, or cable and power adapter, and you can plug it right into the mode, and you can have your SSD like and it will fit under the lid. So you can close it and just have access to the SSD. So what I might do is use that until I get everything the way that I like it, and I'm very happy with the setup of my drive, and then I'll take it out, and then I'll permanently install it so it doesn't feel like I'm I won't need to remove it anymore.
I kind of liked that overhead view. You know, I know it's like was kind of supposed to be like Pac-Man, but since it's on PS1, it kind of made me think of Metal Gear Solid. That like overhead view around when you're around those boxes.
I like that they're straight up calling it butt bouncing.
Oh yeah, I think they may have called it that. You know, I played Pac-Man World 3, a little bit of it a few weeks ago when I was capturing random dolphin stuff for Analog Frontiers Part 3. I played Pac-Man World 3 a little bit of all games. I remember it was on that one GameSack episode where he was commenting on like, you know, oh, even Pac-Man has a radio buddy now.
Well, this is one of those games. I think I said to you, I'm just gonna go for something completely out of left field for tonight. I thought, like, this would be. I was looking at my PS1 games and thought this sounded like something that might be fun to play, and probably not that difficult. I assume it's not that long either.
Let's look up the old. Oops, sorry. Look up the old. How long to beat? Let's see.
Oh, so I can like throw the pellets there, not the power pellets, but just like the ones that. Whoa.
It says 7 hours.
Oh, it's not too bad. Okay, I can turn up the game audio. There we go. Let me know if that's how that sounds.
So you've got like a little spin dash.
Yeah. Butt bounce on the bedoing. The bedoing to launch yourself through the air. Bedoing. Whoa.
Man, I last week I bought so little retro stuff last year, and I was, I just kind of got bit by the bug to order some imports on eBay, and then I was talking to John, and then he was talking about some random games, and then I ended up making another order, and he was talking about some more random games. I ended up making another order. I've got like 3 orders of Japanese stuff coming in. I spent very, very, very little money in November, so I feel I earned it.
So let me know if the music's better now. I think it's because I was using the audio filter for this. It should be better.
Some people are saying sounds like the music is being filtered out.
Yeah, because I think it's because I was using the audio filter to get rid of background noise, but I think it's okay. It should be okay now.
Noise? What?
Well, the noise suppression in OBS.
Oh, why would you have done that for the game?
Yeah, I was just doing it on my audio mixer, my overall audio mixer.
Oh. Does it sound normal now?
I guess we'll find out if it sounds good. Okay, it's good now. Okay, that's I just did it because I could hear a lot of like background noise when I was just setting everything up. Like,
Henry Clark, did I say November? I meant January. What are months and times anyway? Really. January, I did not spend hardly any money. So I felt like giving in to my urges to import some games. But anyway, one of the, seeing that little spin dash kind of made me think. One of the games John mentioned to me was I didn't know about this. He said a lot of people don't know about this. There's a Twin Bee platformer on Super Nintendo.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of Sonic. It's like kind of like, I don't think it has spin dash per se, but the mechanics and level design definitely gave me like kind of Sonic crossed with like Rocket Knight sort of vibe. And
it doesn't sound so bad.
A little bit of it on Mister, and it's already in Analog Frontiers. Oh, Gaming Blues thinks this game rules. I'm glad to hear
Gaming
it
Blues
because,
really likes the games that I pick. It doesn't like the games.
Yeah, because Gaming Blues really doesn't like the games I pick for some reason. But Pac-Man World, of all things.
Yeah. Bomberman, Pac-Man World, yes.
I'm just teasing you, Gaming Blues. When can we expect Analog Frontiers 3? Sometime in the second half of this month. I mean, Coury was asking me earlier, like, do you think it'll be done in 2 weeks? No, I don't think so. Like, if everything went absolutely perfectly without issue, and I didn't have to do any like freelance related things, maybe 2 weeks is possible. I think it'll be closer to 3 weeks, but it's coming along. I'd say I'm on the downhill slope of it. But it is coming. And I hope you'll look forward to it. Please look forward to it.
I know somebody was asking me. Oh, after you read the donations there, I'll talk about my Ease 9 experience thus far.
Oh, okay. Well, there's 2 more donations right now. Let me go ahead and get those done. Let's see. There was 5 Canadian bucks from Matthew Roy. Thank you. Saying, Coury, you still planning on doing regular magazine streams with Chris? Enjoyed the read-through you did last month and want more. All the best.
Heck yeah. Actually, I just got shipping confirmation for my next issue of the magazine, so you can look for that as soon as I get it.
Yeah, I got my shipping confirmation recently as well.
Yeah,
so that'd be my first one. I don't know if we're going to do anything special with the ones I get or not, but
I mean, we could.
I mean, we'll see. And then there was also $2 from Casey Cantwell, who says, "Hope you guys are well. Thanks for all the content." Oh. Well, I hope you are well as well, Cantwell. Yeah, pretty good. Doing pretty good. Just focusing on getting Analog Frontiers Part 3 done. I know I've been a broken record with it, but it's coming along. I think
you're hoping that 4 and 5 are going to be pretty quick after that. Your big goal is to get done before.
I'm banking a lot of hopes on 4 being easier to edit. 4 is going to be very long. I mean, 3 and 4 are both going to be around an hour, but I think 4 is going to be comparatively easy because such a huge chunk of the material for it is stuff that we already shot. I don't need to shoot. I will need to shoot some stuff at home, but much less stuff. So I think the pieces will fall into place you know, I'd love to be super surprised. But yeah. I do think it will be, you know, in the ballpark of 3-ish weeks is my estimate. Henry Clark said, here's an idea. Informal stream on Discord for your opening. Anyone here is welcome to join if you subscribe through YouTube or Patreon.
We could do that.
Yeah, that's I've kind of wanted to try some like casual streams on Discord. That might be a fun way to do it. Just like do a little group call.
Yeah. Well, you don't even need to do that. You just go to the streaming channel and do it. You don't.
Oh, that.
You don't have to like do a call or anything. You just.
I've never experimented with it, but I've always wanted to. That might be a good way to do it because, I mean, I think it would be. I think it'd be just too much of a time commitment to, you know, do both of ours every month. That we get. There was also 5 from Rad Ranger. Thank you, saying a great job with the mode video. Really enjoyed it.
Well, thanks.
You know, I did not see any of it until, you know,
Until it was done.
It was done, and you know, I told Coury, you know, the things that I liked the most about it were. One, that you kind of talk about all the systems together. It's not like, here is the section on Saturn, here is the section on Dreamcast, here is the section on PS1. Like you just like it I mean, I thought it was a really cool way to do it because it you know, it was I guess very true to, I guess, the intent of the device, really, right? Like, you know, it is one device that happens to do all these things. So you treated it as features rather than, you know, features, and then here's how this feature works on all these systems, and here's how this feature works on all these systems. I just think it kept it from getting boring, like, you know, just like, you know, going through all the same stuff with every system, you know?
Right. Oh,
and then the other thing I liked about was that you spend so much time just talking about things that you might want to check out with, if you have any ODE for any of these systems. Like most of that was stuff that's, you know, relevant for any ODE. Just, you know, I've always enjoyed those segments in the EverDrive videos. Where,
right, and they're not.
You know, because it's like, here's a section where yes, we know you're just loading up vanilla ROMs on it. But like, here are some like actually really legit uses,
right,
for these things to do things that you couldn't do with just a regular cartridge.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of exactly what I did with the Mega SD video too, a couple of years ago. But yeah, it's true. I mean, and arguably, I think that's like I have the most fun making that kind of stuff too, in it, because it's just. If not, it's just like a lot of menus and stuff.
Yeah.
And that's not fun for a lot of people. I guess I thought I'd be able to jump differently, but I guess not.
There's no way this is on PS1 composite. Don't look like this. Well, it is.
It is on a PS1. It's just using the PS1 digital. At least that's what you're seeing. I'm playing it on a PVM though.
An RGB.
Yeah.
But now this is the HDMI mod for PS1 by you know, now I guess they call themselves Pixel FX.
Yeah.
And this is like gonna be their thing now. Just making these cool mods. That's awesome.
Heck yeah. I feel like I can go down here. Maybe not. I must be missing something here. Unless maybe I do need to get that fruit that's back here.
Like, what's your overarching goal for each level? Like, are you collecting all the fruit?
You
have to have the orange to go in that orange door, or
yes,
whatever that is?
That's exactly what I need to do.
Your fruit is a key.
Yes. But I'm not sure if maybe in the beginning levels you need to do it. I feel like later on though it's going to be something. It's going to be like just mainly bonus stuff that's in them.
There's a treasure chest in the ground.
Right. But I need to be metal. I need to be metal Pac-Man. To same thing as Metal Mario. So Ys 9. Ys 9's pretty I wasn't super excited about it at first. I had played the demo, which I feel was like not a very good representation of the game.
Mm-hmm.
So I was not as
It was
exciting.
kind of like wander this dungeon and beat as many monsters as you can in this time limit.
In 10 minutes, yeah, they give you 10 minutes to play, and that's not really enough. A lot of time to show you very much.
Yeah.
But after I kind of got a handle on it, because they add a lot of like these new moves called like, what are they called? Like gifts, which are like.
Oh yeah, I remember that in the demo. I didn't like. I was unclear on what that was. Like everyone has like a Vincent Valentine like wings move or something, right?
Kind of. I mean, it's.
Everyone's got like vampire wings or something.
Well, a little bit. I'm not quite sure exactly what's going on. There's some weird stuff happening in the plot that I'm very curious to see where it goes.
It sounds like you're more into 8 right now, though, maybe.
Oh yeah, I mean 8 is definitely my favorite in the series, so I can't.
I mean, does this feel like a step back from 8 in some ways, or is it just different?
Well, I mean it uses a lot of the same gameplay as 8, and I think for me, one of the things I liked about 8 so much, at least in terms of, so the gifts take the controls and kind of like just complicate them a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
In that I really liked the controls that I was able to set up for 8, and having these new moves kind of complicates things, and I've had to move stuff around, and haven't been very happy about that. It's a stupid thing to like have an issue with, I guess. I feel like where's the stupid thing I'm looking for here? I feel like
there was a from Jonathan G. Thank you, saying, "What's the deal with Lunar not working on Satiator? You know much about that?"
No, I heard something. Someone was talking about it in the
An MPEG card issue.
Yeah, I think it just might be the MPEG version. Maybe that doesn't work because I mean it's
Is
taking
that like
it's
a totally
taking,
separate game disc?
Yeah, well the MPEG version is there's a completely different version of the game that uses the MPEG card. So maybe that's the only one that doesn't. But I'm not sure. I don't have a satiator, or as I like to call it, satiator. But
I mean, I would love to have one, but it's just not a huge priority right now. Especially since you actually just sent me your Phoebe.
Yes. Yeah.
Because now you've got mode in your Saturn, so you just sent me your. You've got several Saturns to spare anyway, I guess.
Well, no, I had that one, and then I just have a Model 1. It still has a CD drive in it now.
Oh, okay. So yeah,
where am I even going?
So now I've got
I'm like,
two
Saturns, not even paying attention
one stock Model 2 and one Phoebe Model 2. And need to get the Phoebe set up, and looking forward to that.
Yeah. Sorry, everybody. I'm like getting all confused at where I'm supposed to be going. I'm like, it's the second level, for crying out loud.
Well, maybe it'll click once you figure out your objective here, and it'll go easier. Are you sure you can't do anything with that treasure underwater?
Well, I need to be metal, and I don't remember where I got the metal. I'm gonna look around.
Is the metal like one-time use?
I mean, I couldn't find it again. Oh, here it is. I found the orange. I found that orange.
Orange.
An orange.
There was 499 from Glendon. Thank you.
Thank you.
Saying, hey guys, picked up a NT Mini Noir and love it. Looking for some platforms that stick out other than Mario. Suggestions? Keep up the great work.
I'm sure you got plenty recommendations for that.
I mean, yeah, I am all about them NES platformers. I mean, let me go to my old backloggery. And in fact, I might just copy the URL for my NES, and I've also got a Famicom section on here if you want to look at that. I'm just going to drop that link in there. But I mean, just to go down the list a little bit, I mean, you know, the Batman games are pretty good. Batman, the video game, and Batman Return of Joker is a technically impressive later game, but you know, not necessarily one of the best. But it's interesting. Bionic Commando is, of course, the platformer without jumping, which is fantastic. Blaster Master is, you know, kind of a mix of genres that includes
maybe
platforming and shooting, and fantastic.
One of the best games on the system.
Castlevania games are obviously great. Chippendale Rescue Rangers, first game I ever beat. I love that game. Clash of Demon Head, that's kind of weird. I beat that last year. Conquest of the Crystal Palace, that's kind of interesting. Contra, obviously. I mean, you know, we were kind of talking the other week about, like, you know, some of this stuff blurs the line of like what's a platformer, what's not. But you know, Darkwing Duck, that's pretty good. DuckTales, obviously. Felix the Cat, that's okay. That's kind of one of those somewhat pricier carts that's, you know, kind of considered a hidden gem. It's like one of the less gemmy of the hidden gems, perhaps, but it's still good.
It's not quite as gemmy as the other hidden gems.
Yeah. Gargoyles Quest 2, pretty amazing game. That kind of blends like overhead exploration with platforming levels. Excellent. Jackie Chan's Action Kung Fu, that game is awesome.
I really want to get that.
That game is
really good soundtrack on that one.
You know, again, a little pricey. I think the Japanese version is not as bad.
Ooh, I got something for a maze. Here we go. Karnov,
Kabuki Quantum Fighter. I mean, I'm just going down my list. Kid Icarus, I love Kid Icarus. It's like one of those early NES games that I feel like was definitely, or you know, of the black box games, I feel it's one of the ones that stands out. I don't think everyone necessarily loves it as much as I do, but it's kind of I you know, a friend once described it before I played it as like one of the first genre busters, as people used to call them, where, you know, kind of mixed a lot of different things together. You know, you've got platforming, you've got dungeon crawling. You know, in the platforming, there's like it goes between vertical scrolling levels and horizontal scrolling levels. And then the last level is a shmup. I mean, it's crazy. It does all kinds of cool things. Obviously, Kirby's Adventure. You know, Kiwi Craze is kind of one of my, you know, personal. I don't know if guilty pleasure is necessarily the word for it, but I like it. I'm just going down my list here. All the Mega Man games, obviously, fantastic. Ninja Gaiden games. Don't sleep on Ninja Gaiden 3. It's secretly the best one. Power Blade. Now we're getting into the really good, you know, group of you know, sort of the action platformers. Power Blade. Let's see. Shadow of the Ninja. That's good. Shatterhand is unbelievable.
Yeah, I need to get that one.
It's getting pretty expensive, but it is so much fun. Shatterhand is amazing. You know, so Vice Project Doom, that's pretty good. Wampum, tangentially related to Wonder Boy, actually. I mean, just so much crazy good stuff. You know, there are so many great NES games that came out like in the 90s, and I feel like it's the ones that are from the 80s that Nintendo keeps like pushing in our face. And I feel like a lot of people who think like, oh, you know, NES, those games are a little too old for me. Like, you know, you should really check out like the NES games that came out in the 90s. Like, not just, I mean, Nintendo and third parties both were releasing a lot of NES games in the 90s, and they're quite a lot more advanced than a lot of the earlier stuff. So you might find yourself surprised. Of course, unfortunately, once you get into the games that came out when the Super Nintendo was already out, like the print runs are smaller, so they can often be a little more expensive. But you can always fall back on the Japanese versions, tend to be cheaper. Stuff like that. I like talking about the NES. So I'll move on to the £2 from Engine UK. Thank you. Saying, did you see dev news of Saturn Core in Mystery? I did not.
I did see that. He's just got like the boot up going. That's more than anybody ever expected. Sorg is working on it. Sorg is like the main Mr. guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it's basically the last thing we can probably expect to happen, like that in PS1, or like that's gonna tap it out. And Saturn might even take like a different, like a more powerful RAM module.
Yeah, I remember seeing a Patreon for the guy that's working on PS1, but I don't think we really have an estimate of like how soon any of this could be.
Right. But still, it's just cool that it's being attempted.
Yeah, obviously these are people who understand Mister and its strengths and weaknesses, and if they believe it can be done, then that's a good sign.
There's that. I'm kind of
0% of BDP2 is working.
There's a key, man. These levels are pretty long. I'm surprised at how long this level is. Honestly.
It's interesting, the camera angles seem pretty fixed, so on one hand it seems like it should be straightforward.
Yeah. I'm just saying that like these levels, they're kind of long.
Yeah. There's some interesting like lighting effects under the water there. Kind of looked like.
It's a fairly late game in the PS1's life. Like
the sequels are like PS2 and such.
Yeah, this is when I put it into the YouTube to say what game we're playing. It said 1999. So I guess it seems late to an extent, but honestly, not really. It's only 5 years or so.
There's $5 from Edward Stumpful. Thank you. Saying, Felix the Cast, my chill comfort platformer for the NES. Nostalgic and easy. It is pretty easy, which, that's always a nice thing to have, a selection of games for a system where it's just like, man, I can just pop this in and breeze through it and get to the end because I know what I'm doing. That's always fun.
I knew that would work, or I didn't know that was gonna work. I had an idea. Right.
You actually just sent the AVS back to me.
Yeah.
Because originally, I had the AVS at first, and then I got the NT Mini. You needed a comparable option,
right?
But now you've got we've both got a Noir, both got Mister. Like things have changed so much since then.
Yeah,
and it doesn't really matter which of us has it. And I needed a bunch of fresh materials from it for Analog Frontiers Part 3. And so, you suggested just sending it back to me, and I thought, oh, that works. So, but anyway, I was recording a bunch of NES stuff earlier this afternoon on it. And, I remember when we first got it, the cartridge slot, and it's even pointed out in the video, the cartridge slot really felt like it held on to NES games really hard.
Oh,
Not so much Famicom games, but NES games.
hang on, I gotta find a memory card that isn't full. Hang
on. Took a little more effort to remove it than I was comfortable with, but I in the years since I've used it, and Coury has used it here and there, I was impressed. Like, hey, this cartridge slot's pretty good. It's better than the slot on the blinking light when. So I still think the AVS is a tremendously practical device. You can still buy one. It's a good price. Interpolation was added. I know it's only 720p, but it looks quite good. I mean, it's got all the essential features. I mean, for the NES cartridge collecting fan who wants to use a hardware solution for it, I mean, the AVS is still excellent, I think.
Come on.
Oh my gosh, removing cartridges from like the Retron 5. I like every time I have to put a cartridge in a Genesis cartridge in my Retron 5, which is not often, but I might need, it might be relevant as a quick mention in a video or a B-roll shot. Super Nintendo I'm okay with, because like that one it kind of feels like you can kind of peel it out of the slot. But like Genesis, like whenever if I have to put one in, like I'm always looking at my shelf and I'm like, if I had to replace a game, what would be the difficult one to replace? Because it has this horrifying death grip on Genesis games, and I am not comfortable with how it feels when you remove Genesis games.
Wait, what does?
The Retron 5. And really any of those other clone consoles that we have. Oh my gosh. Like these clone consoles, I opened them up for footage for Analog Frontiers Part 3, and they are like, I mean, I knew that they were not going to be pretty inside, and it still is shocking to me how bad they are inside. Like it is flabbergasting. They look so bad inside. It is absolutely crazy. Those cartridge slots, they don't feel great removing games from those either. You use cartridges for casual player, you go with EverDrives and ODEs. I mean, I almost always use my cartridges unless I'm just like capturing a bunch of stuff for episodes. I mean, for play for fun. I mean, I think both of us, when it comes to cartridge-based systems, usually use our actual cartridges.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm playing through a game, I will generally.
I'm not that worried about wear and tear on cartridges, to be completely honest. For the foreseeable future, I don't see that being a huge concern, honestly. When it comes to disk systems, usually I do play the disc, but I think starting this year, I'm really going to be playing a lot more PS1 games with the X Station.
Yeah.
Because that's the system that my PS1 digital is in. And,
right.
So I'm going, if I'm using that, then I'll have to use the X Station. But if I'm playing on my RGB setup on the CRTs upstairs, obviously I'll be using the discs. But like I said, Coury just sent me his Phoebe now that he's using a mode. So that's a second Saturn. I've still got my regular Saturn with the disc drive in it.
Yeah.
I actually I ordered some Japanese Saturn games as part of this import buy, and I just did. And I would still like to use those discs, but I could definitely see myself using the Phoebe a fair bit as well. I do have a GDMU for Dreamcast, but I had the DC Digital put into
But
my
you could easily swap those though if you wanted to.
Exactly. I do have, the good drive for the Dreamcast that I put the GDMU in. I do have that extra drive sitting around. So I have another Dreamcast that's just a junk system. I have no idea what the status of the drive in it is. I just bought it for B-roll.
It's interesting because I feel like I'll use cartridges that I own to like actually play through a game, but I'm much more for CD-based games. I am much more open to.
Well, it's a matter. It's a matter of practicality. And two, I think as I use the X Station more and like get comfortable with like, okay, it really is like not. I haven't used it enough at this point. Remember during that stream I did on Spyro, there was a point where in cutscenes where the dialogue just stopped.
Right. But all that stuff, that's the kind of stuff that gets.
Next morning, was saying hey, I'm talking to Rama about this. Is there any information you can any more information that you can give me? Because he said their guess was it had to do with I had the overclock mode on the PS1 digital set.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, that's exactly what I was guessing, and that's why I turned it off. So that issue didn't happen after that. So, but I think as I play more games with the X Station and get more comfortable with the idea of okay, everything does seem to be running the way it's supposed to.
That didn't work.
Then,
I see what I'm supposed to do.
Then I think I will, start to become even more comfortable with more ODEs.
Yeah.
I bet you're supposed to jump over the lids on the cannons.
Yep, I saw it right after I fell.
But yeah, I think I'll get more. It's just the reality is disc-based systems, we are going to have to be, living with ODEs sooner than cartridge-based systems.
Yeah.
Like that's going to be the everyday reality of making those systems work sooner than it is going to be with cartridges. And so I'm just going to enjoy my cartridges as long as I can because, using the actual cartridge is a big part for me of, the experience and my motivation for finishing the game. It is an item on my shelf and I want to be able to say that I beat it.
Especially I get particular about save games. So, I want those save games to be on the cartridge, but for CD games, then you just have memory cards or internal RAM, and it doesn't have that same feel to it, I guess. And it's.
And of course, you've replaced many of your batteries.
Right.
So this is a random thing. What was that? I think I saw someone ask in the comments what game this was. At the end of the Atomic Wave section, there was this one fighting game that had
that's the Rumble Fish.
The Rumble Fish?
Yeah.
It had a really unique art style.
Yeah, right?
It looked like it was clear that they were 3D models, or maybe they were a mixture of 3D. The character models might have been a mixture of 3D and 2D elements. It didn't quite look like cell shading, but it also kind of I couldn't figure out what was going on with it. But it looked like
I don't know,
traditional large fighting game character sprites, but it had it was obvious that there were some 3D elements to the characters.
No. I don't know why.
I'm not sure if the look holds up per se, but it was interesting.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I didn't really have a place to put it. in the video. I'm like, I need to put this in there somewhere because it's so cool looking.
Mm-hmm.
No! Oh, whew! That was a close call. I thought I was done for sure there.
You should actually send me some of your Thomas Wave footage because I could probably find places for that and
Oh yeah.
Frontiers Part 3.
Someone was saying, "Oh, you should do like an entire video on Thomas Wave stuff," and that's something that I have certainly considered.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like people don't know that much about, what games are even available. I mean, I sure don't. The only one I knew about was Dolphin Blue, and I only knew about that in the past year or two.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, it looks awesome.
It does. It's very fun. I like that it lets you keep the stuff there. Come on.
Animated almost like Ernest Evans. Well, I can't deny thinking that the animation of Ernest Evans looks kind of interesting. I know that it's, I guess, not considered that good of a game, but every time I play it, I'm like, man, this is interesting.
My God, this is like, I'm on like my last life, so this is like real tense.
There was a 199 from Eric Schusler. Thank you. Saying, any chance for a Games Within Games 2 Electric Boogaloo?
Yeah, that's something that I definitely want to do as well. It's something that I've thought a lot about.
That was a surprisingly popular topic.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're gonna see some interesting, exciting things coming about in these next little bit of time here, these next several months, I think. Because I'm just gonna
you feel kind of free now because you're not really holding on to anything that you feel you need to do a review of because you got a review.
Right. Well, I mean, I'm gonna do John Lennon and I were gonna do like a video on the MVSX, and we were gonna do like an actual video, but I was like, I don't really. It's like a little late. I'm like way late on that, and I'm not even very excited to do it. So I think that what John's and I are gonna do is we're just gonna do a live stream, and I'm gonna set up my camera, where I'm just playing it, and we just talk about it for a couple hours and play different games on it.
That sounds fun. I mean, that Candy Cab stream was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Going through all of the games in one stream.
Yeah. Oh, geez. This is terrifying here. I don't understand why this is as challenging as it is. I feel like I'm so close to the end of here.
There was.
I don't know. I don't know what just happened there. I don't know. I don't know what just happened there.
I'm watching. You're on a very precarious looking ship, and then you slid off the front.
Yeah.
There was a 599 for the love of the game. Thank you. Saying, Pac-Man World, great Western platformer made by the same team that made Maximo. Tommy 4 Feet of Fury Tallarico made the music on this one too.
Really?
I did not know Tommy Tallarico is short. I can see it though. Now that you say it, it's like, oh yeah, I can imagine him being short. A lot of people, something that we regularly get when people meet us in person, one of the first things they say is that, oh, I'm you meaning me, I'm taller than they expected.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm 6 foot tall. Apparently a lot of people
what am I supposed to do here?
think I look short on camera or something. I was telling this to John Lindemann. He's like, oh yeah, you do look weirdly short on camera for some reason. I don't know. Do a lot of people have that impression?
It's Dig Dug. Isn't that Dig Dug?
Waiting for it. Oh yeah, I think so. You're kind of covering them.
Yeah. That was way too close for comfort there.
There was oh no, that was it. But yeah, I did not know that. I actually didn't know that Maximo's a Western developed game.
Yeah, it was who was the name of the?
I did not know that actually.
I mean, I cannot imagine that a Japanese developer would come up with Final Fight Streetwise.
Well, yeah, but I could see Pac-Man World or Maximo being Japanese games, but I guess they're not.
That's the one I should play. It's Maximo. Maximo 1 is pretty tough. 2, I think, is a little bit more forgiving. So I'm only in the first world here, I think.
Chat?
What's that?
Did I miss a super chat somewhere? I know there's a newer one, but before that one, Zane's dad said I missed a super chat.
From
There was $2 from Warren Hokie.
Oh,
That, and thank you. I'd pick MLiG over the Super Bowl 100%. I'm playing original Ratchet and Clank. Nice. You know, I was thinking earlier today, like, you know, most people would probably consider this obnoxious, but like, I used to like kind of take some pride in not knowing who was even in the Super Bowl. And then the next day, not even knowing who won the Super Bowl. I kind of took pride in not knowing. And nowadays, though, it's like, I don't really use Twitter. I'm not really on any social media. I don't work at an office. Like, there's no accomplishment in that anymore. It's like that information is just like not that likely to be in front of my face, you know? When I did go to tweet the stream, though, I did see in the margins of Twitter something about Chiefs.
No.
I don't even know. I know Chiefs is a football team name. I don't even know where they're from.
Yeah.
So I don't know who the other guys are. But so I guess I was spoiled on one
versus the other guy.
Yeah.
I just like the idea that like each team is like a single person. So it's like the chief versus the other guy.
Yeah. That's about all I know about the Super Bowl right now. And the other thing I know about the Super Bowl was that I got an email from Little Caesars letting me know that you could get free Crazy Bread with any order on Super Bowl Sunday. And I took advantage of that. I wanted my free Crazy Bread.
Is this a boss?
It looks like a boss.
I like look at the sail has like eyes in it. It looks really creepy.
Yeah. That boss definitely looks Western style to me. That does not, you know, that jives with, I guess, this being a Western developed game. There was $2 for the love of the game, asking, are there any old G4/Tech TV shows you miss? I didn't really, I didn't really watch it.
There we go.
Back when it was on. You know, if it had been around like a few years earlier, I probably would have been more likely to have watched it. But I just never really watched it. Like, I know that's like where Jeff Keighley comes from originally, I think, right?
I don't think so, no.
Really? I thought that was where he came from. He was on there at some point, wasn't he?
I don't think so. I mean, I will admit that I didn't really... my local cable company did not have a lot of this stuff, so...
Yeah, I mean, I just, I felt like I already had all the game information I needed on the internet, so I don't really know that much about the shows that are on there, to be honest.
This is like this game is like a lot more difficult than I was kind of anticipating.
There's $5 from Aaron Welsh.
Thank you.
Saying, in honor of the Super Bowl, could try give us his best Heisman Trophy pose, and I'm just gonna do this because
it's like this.
I don't know. I don't know what that. I have no idea what that looks. I literally do not know what that looks like. I literally don't know what it looks like. I'm not even 100% positive when you're saying Heisman Trophy that I am assuming I've heard that word before, Heisman Trophy.
Yeah, it's like the high school or not high school, college, like
because you're using it in the same sentence with Super Bowl. I'm assuming it has something to do with football.
Yeah,
but I for all I know, you could be talking about
like it's just
Super Bowl and then talking about like a hockey trophy. For all I know,
this like is like a good sum up of life. One life, one friend. 11%.
just gotta give 11%, and you'll
11% through your life with one life and one friend.
It's good enough, right?
Yeah, that's all you need.
It's all you need. One life, one friend, and 11%. Injured UK with £2 saying maybe you would like UFC real life fighting game. I mean, see, the thing is, I don't even like fighting games really. Like, like I your typical like one-on-one like 2D fighter. Like I just never really clicked with me. I always felt, as a kid, I was just like, this feels stiff. It's like not as fun to control as a platformer. And I never really took to the genre. I like Smash Brothers. I'm not one of the hardcore fans, but I like it. And I like Soul Calibur. Like in terms of like the more traditional fighting games, Soul Calibur is definitely the one I enjoy the most. I wouldn't consider myself a hardcore or anything, but it's definitely been like my fighting game series. But I don't know. I don't have very much. I don't have much competitive blood in me. I don't feel that good doing better at something than another human, and I don't feel that good when another team of humans that happen to be from the nearest metropolitan area to me do better than another group of humans that is from another metropolitan area that is farther from me. Like I'm just like, okay, you did it. Don't have much to do with me, but you did it. I understand that most people, they get a kick out of that competition. It just doesn't do that much for me.
Yeah, I mean,
I want to beat Bowser. I want to beat Ganon. I want, but like,
what?
The thing is, like, when I beat it,
that was my wireless controller messing up.
Game, like, right, no one actually lost because they're a video game character. But like, there's always part of me that's just like, well, when you're having these real life competitions, like, someone wins, but someone has to lose. Like, that's sad.
Yeah, well, I mean,
it's too bad. It's too bad. When I, was in high school, we had to do, stuff in gym class. I always wanted to be on the losing team because it's like, the losing team is going to lose even faster with me. The faster we lose, the sooner we're done. You know? I mean,
I
you
guess.
know,
I mean, I could understand
it don't
that.
hurt my feelings none to lose.
And I mean, I certainly didn't try very hard, especially athletics in school. But I wish that I sometimes wish that I had more. Like looking back on it now, I feel like if I had more, like I probably would appreciate athletics a lot more.
Yeah, everyone appreciates athletics, though. You know, what's wrong with having the perspective of it's not everything.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, I didn't feel like that. I mean, like I was like a big guy in I'm supposed to do this. Okay. I was a big guy in high school, I'm not gonna lie. And everyone's like, oh, you should play football. And like I had a bunch of friends that played football, and every day they were literally like, man, I hate this. I hate this. And then when it was over, they were like, I love this. Afterwards, no, they said, I hate this. And then when it was over for the year, they're like, I can't wait to play next year.
Zane's dad says golf sounds like a sport for try. Golf, you compete with yourself and always lose.
Uh-oh. We're going to find out what happens here. Uh-oh. I'm continuing.
Oh, did you get game over or something?
Yeah, I wonder if it makes
they kick you out to the title screen?
Yeah, and you gotta load, you get sent back with your same amount of lives, and I'm like stuck with a single life.
Ooh.
With one life and one friend. Yeah, I mean, this is like slightly more difficult.
Did that say loads instead of load?
I don't know. Why are you wasting your time? More friends are in trouble. Go get them.
There was $10 from Craig Wan. Thank you.
I bet I can go. I bet I can go back to old levels and
get 1-ups.
Yeah, I bet.
Craig Wan says, "Great job on the latest episode. Love it. After watching it, I'm tempted to buy a mode for my Dreamcast and perhaps one for my Japanese Saturn. Collecting for both systems aren't getting any cheaper." Yeah, that was part of the reason I just got a couple of Saturn things, because it's just like, I have a pretty pathetic Saturn collection. Japanese Saturn stuff isn't going to be that much cheaper forever. If I want to own a few things for Saturn, I should go ahead and get a few. I didn't get it, but like I feel like my highest priority for Saturn right now needs to be Dynamite Deca.
Oh yeah. And now that you got a GBS AIO, it becomes a lot more playable.
There was $5 from Spazbo4. Thank you. Saying, do you guys think HG Retrovision will ever come out with a Dreamcast component cable? We've been waiting too long. I think so. Like, I feel like I can't remember if I read or not, but I feel like I heard that there was like an update on like the circumstances of why there was why there was a delay. Like I think there was problems with manufacturing or something, or they got like a batch of prototypes that had a problem or something.
Yeah, I think that was like in August though.
Yeah, I think it'll happen.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, it's definitely coming out. They put so much time and effort into it already. Actually, I just ordered a second set of the Genesis cables from Castlemania Games this week. Just because they can be used with so many different things, and I have so many dongles that I'll definitely get some use out of it.
Yeah, the Genesis 2 is nice because, like a bunch of like super guns and other stuff like that.
Yeah.
The
dongles, man.
The SSDS 3.
Right.
I
just like to say the word dongle a lot. Hopefully I can get some lives here. Sorry that I'm wasting everybody's time by going back to earlier levels, but I don't know how easy the game will be if with simply one life and one friend.
How do you get one-ups? You have to collect 100 pellets or something?
And like I think they're kind of around too. So I guess we'll see what happens here. And I can earn them after each level. I mean, I hope that's what's happening. But there's also... Okay, you got the Spazbot. Okay.
Yep. I think people are talking about golf games. I do like golf games. I mean, you know. It took Mario starting a golf game on N64 for me to learn much of anything about golf. Not that I know that much about golf, but I know enough to play Mario Golf. I remember asking my dad a bunch of questions when I rented that. I'm like, you know, like, what does this mean? What does that mean? Like, that's what my dad spends like most of his time with. When the TV is on, it's almost always watching golf.
Okay, let's see here.
Orinoki with $2. Thank you. Saying try needs to play 36 great holds with Fred Couples, and I can't deny the temptation is there.
Yeah,
I do. You know, I enjoy Hot Shots Golf, or as they finally like, you know, brought it in line with the titles around the world. You know, I think we just talked. Didn't we just talk about this recently? You know, that it's you know, it's everybody's golf in the U.S. now too.
right.
Which,
Yeah.
I prefer the name Hot Shots Golf. I do.
Oh, I do too. I think that their sales number and how quickly that game went down to like $10 probably says a lot about that too.
Which game went down to 10?
Everybody's golf.
Everybody's Golf.
Yeah, it just dropped in price real quick.
Yeah, I mean, I have no idea if, you know, those games have ever been like huge sellers, but obviously they do well enough to have kept going, you know, for whatever their budget is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the first Open Tee on PSP. You know, the Vita one was good too, but I feel I have just a lot more connection, I think, to the first one on PSP. I played it quite a lot when I got the system. And I included a shot, if you will, of it on in Analog Frontiers Part 3, emulated on PPSSPP. I might put that shot in yesterday.
Whew. Well, Matt Russell's going a little nuts there. Thanks for stopping in, Matthew Russell.
What was I gonna say?
Oh, okay, I got an extra life
Oh,
there.
Pac-Man,
Now I'm up
they
to
call
2
it-
lives. 2 lives, 1 friend.
Is Golf Story ever coming off the Switch? Nobody knows about other than original Switch buyers, aka Wii U owners. I thought that game was super popular. Like, Limited Run did a run of it.
Yeah,
Was it
well, I mean,
limited?
I think it's Switch exclusive. That's what he means.
Yeah. But I think it is pretty popular. You know, a game that I'm actually really excited about, and you could pre-order it on, I don't know if you can still pre-order it. You could pre-order it on, was it I Am 8-Bit, I think? Or was it Fangamer? It was either Fangamer or I Am 8-Bit. I forget which one it was. What's it called? I played the demo of it a few weeks ago. There's another golf game on Switch. That's really fun.
You're talking about what is it called? You told me because it's coming out. It was available on Fangamer or on I Am 8-Bit.
It was either Fangamer or I Am 8-Bit. I forget.
I think it's I Am 8-Bit, but then it's gonna be at Best Buy, and it's like Impossible Golf or something like that.
No, what's it called? Um,
Oh,
the trailer calls it a golf game for people who hate golf. And it is really funny.
I see that that Brian North has says that he's in the hospital with a broken leg, clearing off
Wow.
ice off the driveway.
Oof.
Ouch. Well, hopefully you're doing okay. Driveway 1, Brian 0.
What
Yeah.
the golf? That's it. What the golf?
What the golf?
What the golf? It is a lot of fun. Did you pre-order it at Best Buy?
No, I have it in my list there.
Okay. I was just nervous because I saw that you couldn't order it on, the publisher's website anymore. So I was like, oh, I better go ahead and order it on Best Buy because it's really fun. Like every mission has like a slightly different mechanic, and it's so stupid what happens every time.
Jeez. Jeez. There's like some stuff in this game. It's kind of obnoxious.
So you're just grinding up your lives right now.
No, I'm giving it another shot.
Oh, this is your new level?
Yeah, but I mean, I saved the game with that many lives, so you can really just kind of try it as many times as you want.
Right.
You can just like quit and load if you wanted to.
If you play Disc Room, I'm not familiar with what that is.
Pew. Got a ghost with a spear. Is anybody who's played through this all the way, do you know if I need to collect the Pac-Man on every single level or anything to finish the game?
See, that was my big annoyance with Spyro 2, because when I was streaming it, I didn't it wasn't clear to me that I should definitely be trying to clear out the levels as much as possible before leaving, because once you left the level, then the main objective resets, and oftentimes you have to complete the main objective again before you can get any more of the little whatevers that you collect in it. And if I had understood that ahead of time, it would have been so nice, and I wouldn't have had to backtrack so much.
Looks like you missed a donation from the JC band. I'll go ahead and read that. With $5. I have the Streamlabs up on the other monitor here. Saying,
Thank you.
Either of you guys interested in the medium? It does a pretty good job of capturing the feel of early 2000s survival horror, in my opinion.
Yeah, I want to say John said that it felt like early 2000s survival horror as well, which is so my jam. I love that era of horror. And I'm very interested in it. It doesn't have a physical copy yet. I'm really hoping that becomes a thing. So I'm for now I'm kind of holding out on that, but I would definitely like to play it regardless eventually. It definitely seems like something I would like a lot.
Yeah. I don't know if you saw there's also one from Jamie Maxwell there.
Yeah, I've got that one up right now. That was £5 from Jamie Maxwell. Thank you. Saying, found my card now. I'm a UK gamer. Where do you suggest I start with Saturn collecting?
Ooh.
Consoles with 50/60 hertz switching, but it makes me nervous. I've as a North American gamer, I've never had to really look into the 50 hertz, 60 hertz mode switch situation. I don't know that much about those mods. I mean, obviously those mods I would like to think are pretty mature at this point, because people have been doing it since the systems were new. people who wanted to import games need a 60 hertz switch. So, I don't think it's that big of a deal. Like, I mean, if I like to think that it's a safe mod to do. I like to think it shouldn't hurt anything. I don't know if anyone in the chat might be able to provide some more pointers on things to watch out for, but I imagine it should be fine. I don't know anything about the cost of I don't know anything about the cost of PAL region Saturn games, or if they're if the 50 hertz is a major detriment to them, if there's any notable PAL Saturn exclusives. I have no clue. But Japanese games, the Saturn was a big success in Japan. It was second to PlayStation 1, but still quite successful, and more successful than the N64 in Japan, believe it or not. And so, in other words, there are a lot more Saturn games in Japan, and they often are still relatively affordable. So if you don't have a system yet, starting with the Japanese system and getting some Japanese games might not be a bad place to start. But like even on an American system, you can boot up Japanese games with a action replay, or just with an action replay you can boot them.
I see there's $5 from Erythium saying, do you guys think he'll be releasing another bloopers video? And actually, I was just thinking about that a couple days ago, because when I shot the on-camera stuff for this most recent episode, I think I had like 2 bloopers that I set away for it, and maybe I'll do that tomorrow. Maybe I'll put a bloopers video up tomorrow.
I don't know if I really have saved all that much stuff lately.
It's different because we do more stuff with just voiceover. There's not as many on-camera stuff as there used to be. But I have a few things. It might not be super long, but I mean, there's some stuff I could probably release.
I mean, my on-camera files are kind of.
Oh, here we go. We're gonna do a maze. I think I can get another friend here.
Yeah. My on-camera files are, some of the first things that I delete when I'm freeing up space. After we've made our master file for the episode, it's like, well, the on-camera files, I don't need those.
Right.
Yeah. We shoot things now, though. We don't often have as many funny things.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like we have enough that I could release something.
After the latest episode to release. I mean, do you want to release? You wouldn't. Would you do it unlisted and then just link to it?
Yeah, I mean, I'd put it in the unlist or the bonus material playlist rather.
Yeah. That'd be fine. If you got the stuff to put one together, why not?
Uh-oh. No! Come on. It needs to really zoom out more. That's what needs to happen here. I lost a life. I'm gonna have to... Well,
you really need to be able to jump in there. I know it makes sense why you can't, but...
It's just that, like, you get towards the edge of the screen here, and you can't see where those rocks are falling very well.
Yeah.
I'm missing one. Where is the last one?
Are we going to review a Satiator versus Mode? I mean, I would definitely be interested in looking at Satiator, but I mean, we just don't have one.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, you can. Oh, come on.
You're kind of ODE'd out right now, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if I had one at some point in the future, and maybe there had been a lot of updates on it since the I think I've actually been pretty impressed with how well the mode video has performed.
Yeah.
Because I mean, let's be honest, we're a little late to the party on it.
Yeah, I mean, I said
but
as
at the same time, everyone who did a video, did it pretty early, and like PS1 support wasn't even announced. So, we're able to show some things that those earlier videos maybe didn't have. So, that's been encouraging. So if I feel like if I did get a satiator in the future and I felt like I had, something to add to the conversation, I would do it. But I can't even begin to think about until Analog Frontiers Part 5 is done. Like
yeah.
I could see myself feeling inspired to get a satiator at that point, but as of right now, I just can't right now. I just can't. But I would be interested for sure if they're available. I don't know what the current availability is like.
Yeah, I mean,
well, Pac-Mania did allow Pac-Man to jump in the maze. Interesting.
Oh, right. That's the isometric one. I'm gonna try my luck. Nope. I only got 4 fruits. Mode question for Coury. How does the mode know which disc is in the multi-disc folder? They all have different names. You'll name them what they should be, like disc 1, disc 2. And it will just go based on that. What you have marked as disc 1, it will see that as disc 1.
What TV are you using? I'm assuming you're looking at your 20L5.
Yeah.
Your PVM 20L5.
Indeed. I want to see how far it goes here. Let me go across the bridge. I like that it's kind of like this overworld's all connected. We got space. Oh, can I play these almost in any order that I want? Oh. So it goes to space, and that looks like the last one.
Huh.
I mean, is that space one like the last level for those that have finished it?
It doesn't feel like you're that far into the game.
No, but the levels are long enough that makes me feel like the overworld might not be that big. I bet the second one is way better than this one. That's just a guess. I bet you the second one is the best one.
You often talk about that, how the second game is often the best.
Yeah, they take everything that they learned with the first one, and then the third one they are bored with it, so they got to do something weird. And a lot of times that results in them breaking the formula.
Yeah,
space is only halfway through the game. Okay. Oh.
I think there's still like, I was sometime over Christmas, I was passing by the TV and my mom had it on, and there was some TV. It was advertising like the Pac-Man cartoon show. Like,
Oh yeah.
Ghostly Adventures or whatever. Is that like still having like new episodes? Is that like
I don't know.
still a thing?
My son's watched it a couple of times, but I mean,
like how popular really is Pac-Man with the youth of today?
probably more so than probably more so than you would think, especially because he's in Smash.
Yeah, that's true.
Now it's more like, it's that guy from Smash.
Yeah.
Pac-Man, his name is, I guess. 13%. Oh, How to Blue Teeth is saying I worked on that show.
Oh, really? That's cool. I've never seen it, but I know that like I think I learned of it when I saw that there was like a Pac-Man game for the Wii U. And then I was like, wait, this is like based on a show? Like this is the whole thing? I had no idea.
I'm feeling like there's something else I can do here.
There was $5 from Mega X6. Thank you, saying for all just for always. I guess the $5 is just for always doing fun streams on Sunday. Well, thank you. It's always a fun thing for us to do too. I think it's important to have this like. It's important for us honestly to have like time every week that's just like, you know what, like. I'm just playing video games and like this is like it's scheduled. People expect me to do it. Like, if you didn't have that time scheduled, you'd be like, it'd be so easy to convince yourself like, I should probably be doing this. I should probably be doing that.
Yeah.
I think it's a good and healthy thing to have that time every week.
Remember when we'd only do streams after we did an episode?
Oh yeah. Did we start off that way?
Yeah. Well, that's when we were releasing a lot of episodes.
The episode debrief.
Yeah.
We're only going to play like something relevant to what the episode was.
Yeah.
Now we just do whatever.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, I think it's important to have that time every week where it's just like, like I am forcing myself to play some games and, and anything that...
Forcing.
Anything that like I thought in moment like normally when you like convince yourself like I shouldn't play games because I should never be doing this. It's playing some games is a good mentally healthy thing to do.
Yeah,
it's good to have that time set aside every week for it. So you're using a DualShock 3, but Pac-Man's movement looks pretty digital.
it is. You can use either.
So does the analog stick not do anything?
No, it does. I'm using it. You can use it, but his movement is digital. Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like it doesn't do anything.
Right.
It works, but
yes. I mean, it doesn't. There's no analog movement to the way he walks or anything like that.
Henry Clark, yeah, I did say that I was going to do Bowser's Fury for the stream next week, but we just asked Tim Rogers if he would want to be on our stream next Sunday or, so the 14th or the 28th, and he said, let's do the 14th. So
that's we're doing that next week.
We'll do Tape 3 then, and then I'll probably do Bowser's Fury the next time then.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to see how long the stream goes. I'm not sure if it's going to be within the normal time frame or not.
It's hard to say. I mean, I'm looking forward to talking some Ape Escape with Tim for sure.
It should be. I think it's going to be fun.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Like I remember I was telling you, like, I think I'm going to stream Bowser's Fury the weekend after it comes out. You're like, oh, are you sure? Like, I was kind of hoping to get Tim Rogers on our stream. And I told him like, you could play Ape Escape 3, and I'm like, oh well, like I kind of wanted to play Bowser's Fury, but then I was like, man. Playing Ape Escape 3 with Tim on stream sounds like a lot of fun too. So now I'm like, I really want to do this.
Okay, yeah, I think it's going to be fun.
I'm glad to have a reason to play it because I did Ape Escape 1 in 2019 and Ape Escape 2 in 2020. So I should finish the main trilogy, one game 3 years in a row. I'm excited about it. I mean, what a cool series that I should feel so bad I had not played them sooner. But I think the fact that, you know, I'm finding them to be so good so long after they came out, like, just really speaks to, you know, their quality.
Yeah, well, I mean, you'll play Mario the next.
Yeah, I'll play Mario the next week. So, yeah, once you suggested that, I'm like, oh, I mean, Bowser's Fury sounds fun, but playing Ape Escape 3 with Tim Rogers kind of sounds more fun.
Well, I think it's going to be. I'll do my best to stay on top of the super chats as best as I can during that stream, because it was very difficult during the stream with John, because, you know, like, when you start just talking, it's like easy to get carried away.
There's, you know, a bigger audience in the DF streams, so
yeah,
it kind of comes a little faster. But there's $2 from Mitch B, who says hello.
I wonder if anybody's ever made like a supercut of him saying it.
Yeah, I mean, he should do it himself. If he has the materials.
So I because I finished this video finally, this mode video. My next video, like my next main video, is going to be a Mr. video, which is something I've been talking about for a long time. But I'm very excited to do it. But while I'm producing it, I might try to do some more. I might do the occasional more like personal video. Somebody did I don't know, there's like a meme going around a while back that said, you know, like, what are your favorite games from these years, from like, you know, like the last like 15 years or something like that, or like from like 1990 to 2017 or something like that, or 20. I don't remember what the dates were on it, but I was thinking about, like, I might do like just like a video where it's just like my favorite games that came out each year from like 1990 to 2000. You know, where it goes from me being 12 to 21, essentially, which I think would be kind of an like fun video to do. And, you know, I can do like, doesn't have to be the best game that came out that year, just like the one that even now I feel I connect with more than anything, like, and then maybe talk about things that were like considered like the best games to come out that year, and say like what I feel and like what I would choose as my game of the year those years. It's just
right. Well, like, you know, I mean, there's such a distinction between, you know, what is objectively the better game and, you know, what is the game that you prefer. Like, you know, I remember thinking about this a lot during the GameCube era, because like Metroid Prime is like nearly a flawless game.
Yes.
But then you look at like Wind Waker, and it's a very flawed game. And yet when I think about that generation, like I like Wind Waker more than Metroid Prime. But like Metroid Prime is objectively the better game. Like it's fantastic. But like I just like personally, I think I like Wind Waker. Even though, you know, if you're just looking at it objectively, that doesn't make much sense. But, you know, there is a difference. Like, you can't always put, you know, you can't just say, like, the better game is my favorite game of the year. Even though those games came out in, you know, separate years. Although I think the Japanese version came out in 2002 in Japan, maybe. Came out, I want to say it was March 2003 here, if I recall, for Wind Waker.
Probably. Does anyone know if I leave the level, do I keep my lives? I wonder. Or is it?
Scanning Metroid Prime is awful. Like, that was the beginning of the whole scanning craze, though. So, I mean, I kind of enjoyed it, at the time because I thought it was very cool that the backstory of the world and everything was very much told through the environment.
Right.
It was told in a way that you really couldn't have done in a movie or a book or on TV. Like it was a method of storytelling that only could have been done in a video game, and I really appreciated it for that. Now, I think scanning has been abused in many games. I think worst of all, Resident Evil Revelations. I think that brought that game down a few several notches for sure. But it's definitely something I could do without now. But at the time, I thought it worked fine in Metroid Prime.
I got the strawberry. There it is. Got that strawberry. But I mean, that's just kind of an episode that I think would be fun to do. Like, I'm just gonna do more stuff like that. In between, like while I work on.
Right, like once you feel like you reached like a good sort of benchmark, sort of a good. What's the word I'm looking for? I can't even think. Like once you feel you've reached a good point in the mystery episode, just like, well, just treat yourself to something that won't take long to do, that you just feel like it.
Right.
And people will be asking like, oh, what happened to Try? I hope he's okay. There's being people who don't watch the streams.
Yeah. They won't all be Sega games.
They'll appear soon enough.
That's
in
like
Analog Frontiers Part 3 anyway. So.
I feel like because of being 1990 to 2000, I mean, there's going to be a pretty good variety of Sega, Nintendo, and Sony stuff in there.
Yeah.
Because of course, like you look at 1997. I mean, 1997. There's like no way that I'm not going to pick Final Fantasy VII. For that year.
Golden Cane says, I really miss your more personal videos. I like the tech stuff, but I miss seeing more of those. Well, it's definitely the intention.
Yes.
To start getting more of those. You're going to start seeing more of those from Coury soon.
Yeah.
Sooner, but I Analog Frontiers is going to get done in the spring.
Mm-hmm.
It's all going to be done. It's going to be done.
You want to finish it before Resident Evil 8?
I really would like to. I don't know. I mean, it's a pretty ambitious goal.
Yeah.
But I would love to be before Resident Evil 8 and just like binge the game. That would be so fun. What year do you think would be the hardest in that decade to pick a game from? Asks Cloud FF7 2000.
I don't even know. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know
either.
Probably some of the earlier years.
Yeah, I mean, because I was not really. Like a lot of games, like I don't have a lot of years in that era. I don't really have a solid idea like what came out that year, because I wasn't like actively really paying attention to like what's coming up and what's new until like 94-ish.
Right.
So there was $2 from Gaming Blows saying finally beat Crusader of Sinti. Garbage. Well, that considering Gaming Blows seems to hate everything I try to stream, that probably speaks well for me enjoying Crusader of Sinti.
Yeah, I mean, we both.
I got the Japanese. You know, that's a relatively rare example of the Japanese Mega Drive version is cheaper than the American version.
Yeah, I mean that's what I did. I got when we were in Japan.
I love the look of the game. I mean, I got it like right after we did the Mega SG episode, actually, because I booted it up. I just fell in love with the look of it.
Yeah.
Like I just love how it looks. You know, but I've not played very much into it, so. All right, Game Boy says Try will love it. Wow, good.
I mean, I have it too. I have the Japanese one. I got the Japanese version when we were in Japan.
What's the Saturn follow up? Linkle Liver story or something?
Yeah, I mean there's a fan translation of that too.
Yeah, I know that. I mean, the only reason I was aware of it is because there was a lot of chatter around the fan translation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got the real version because I wanted to. Because I just wanted something like, you know, I knew I would eventually want to play it. It's not nearly as good, based on how much I've played it a bit.
I recorded it on an emulator for Analog Frontiers Part 3, just running around in it a little bit.
Oh,
I don't know much about it, but I just know that it was a game people were talking about recently because of the fan translation.
Right.
Yep, Linkle Liver story. I mean, don't ask me why it's called that. I don't want to know too many stories that involved liver, you know? Like you're not selling me on your story here. You're just saying like, well, it's about liver.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't seem to be, so you're safe.
I have no idea why it's called that and why people in Japan thought that would be a cool name for their game. I'd love to hear the explanation for it.
I'm pretty surprised at how tough this game actually is.
You're trying to get extra lives again?
Well, I already did.
Oh, so this is the level you're on.
Yeah. I mean, you can probably just farm lives if you needed to.
Yeah. I just thought that for some reason I thought you were on this level a long time ago, so I thought you were still grinding a life here. Looking for a quality S video cable for N64.
Or at PS2, I think.
Hmm?
Well,
oh,
yeah. Well,
there's two comments. One from Kenny Lauderdale. Quality S video cable for PS2. I don't know. I ordered an official PS2 S video cable a couple of years ago. It's pretty nice. Unofficial ones, I don't know about any good ones. N64, you know, the one that ships with the RetroTink 2X is pretty good. I didn't see any flaws in it. And let me go to Amazon because Mike told me which one it is, and I ordered one just to have it. And
yeah, the N64 instruction one is very good.
Let's see, where is? Oh yeah, I forgot Insurrection has one. That's right. That's right. Why is this not coming up in my Amazon? Oh, there it is. The one on Amazon is Game Gear SNES Nintendo 64 GameCube S video game, like Game Gear, where the E in game is a 3.
Yeah.
if you trust such a seller. I mean, not like the absolute highest quality S video cable or nothing, but in terms of the cheap ones, it seemed to not have any like the telltale like checkerboard issues and stuff like that. I'd love to try the Insurrection one though. I totally forgot that they had released one.
N64 one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I have one.
Was it recent?
Yeah.
Relatively recent, right?
Yeah. I did it. I did it.
I just can't keep track of this stuff no more. Oh, there was $5 or hold on a second, am I skipping something?
Yeah, there was
I'm skipping a couple, I think.
Oh!
Or,
Oh!
oh
Yeah.
no, I just Sma Man. From Sma Man, thank you. Saying, have you guys played the GBA version of this game? They turn into an isometric 3D and horribly compressed the music. Got it for Christmas one year. So is it like intended to be like the same game design, or the same like level design, but it's isometric? But you know, I would have kind of imagined that the GBA version would have just been its own thing, you know? You know, a game that I've not played very much of, but I've enjoyed what I have played of it is the Banjo-Kazooie game for GBA. Like it actually seems to play kind of well. It's not isometric really, it's more overhead sorta, but like I think it works. Like it's kind of more of a Zelda-ish game than anything. Based on what I've played, like just in terms of like Banjo like slams his backpack on the ground that, you know, is fundamentally the same sort of attack as just Link sticking out his sword.
Right.
That's a game I'm looking forward to actually
Get away from me!
And then yes, there was $5 from John Perry G, old JPEG. Thank you. Saying Check's Quest was awesome. Great memories from that time. Now that MLiG confused me, should I go with GDMU or mode if I go with an ODE? I mean, you know, obviously everyone has their opinions on all the different people that sell these things. You know, a lot of people don't like the original creator of the GDMU. A lot of people don't like Terra Onion. I mean, people have a lot of opinions of the whole thing. I mean, I'm not even clear if like the original creator of GDMU, is he like still doing it?
I haven't been following lately, so I have no idea.
Like, you know, I know a lot of people like actually like advocated buying clones of that one just because, you know, they didn't, you know, and honestly, I did not follow the details of the situation enough to have an opinion one way or the other. You know, I do have a GDMU for my Dreamcast. I did actually manage to buy one, you know, several years ago.
Yeah, same here.
I'm going to stick with it. You know, you know, the Thomas Wave stuff is really cool. And I think that I don't know if that runs on GDMU. I think you said that at the very least, you think there's hardware that will make it run better on the mode than it would on GDMU, but that would be cool. But like, I don't have enough of a reason to justify, I think, for now.
I don't remember. I mean, I didn't try it on the GDMU, so I can't.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't really foresee myself. I mean,
it looks like it only works on. Oh, you okay? You can. I thought somebody meant that it works only on legit GDMUs. I think you just you can buy legit GDMUs now.
But yeah, I mean, I guess I sort of, I mean, you know, as someone who's kind of an outside observer here because, Coury has the mode and I don't. I sort of perceive the mode as being an upgrade over the other ODEs for Dreamcast. With Saturn, it's kind of a toss-up because, with the Satiator, you get to keep your disk drive.
Oh, look at that. Well, that makes things a little bit easier right there.
I don't know a whole lot about like the compatibility of Satiator. Oh yeah, look at that. That's nice.
Yeah.
Toon Skunk says, quick question. I need a good component to HDMI adapter for my PS2 and Wii. Got any recommendations? No. Honestly, I haven't tested it in depth, but the HDMI adapter that
you can't even see that stuff. That's garbage. Those stupid things that come up. I'm just gonna charge through it because what else am I gonna do?
The one I ended up with on Wii,
and then
buying one of them, it ended up being, on a casual examination, I haven't looked that hard at it. On a casual examination, it seemed better than I expected, but you gotta remember there's still just analog to digital conversions. PS2, I am not very impressed with the PS2 ones I've seen. The problem is all of those are made by a bunch of different manufacturers. You don't really know what's inside it when you buy it. There's so many different designs of them, just those generic adapters. And the PS2 ones, I've not been that impressed with the quality. You can take a gamble on just buying one of the cheap ones on Amazon, seeing if you're
I'm gonna run to the bathroom. Too annoyed.
If you're happy with the result, you're happy with the result. But I personally would not feel all that comfortable recommending any specific one because I don't, from what and again, like, you recommend a specific one, but what even is it really? Like, there are all these no-name brands. You don't really know what it is. This hummingbird in this opening FMV looks like I'm meant to be looking at this and like with like 3D glasses or something. Like, you ever watch one of those movies that was like, one of the ones from like, the 80s or something, like Friday the 13th Part 3 that, was clearly made with 3D in mind, and there's just like a few obvious like, whoa, look at this thing in my face. Would you recommend a GBSC for PS2 to HDMI? Based on what I've seen, yes. I've not used mine extensively yet, but it does seem to have very good deinterlacing. Coury figured out what was causing sort of those color issues in the stream that we did, if you remember. The stream we did, like, the black levels weren't quite right. And I think he might have used it for some of the stuff he recorded in the mode episode. So, from what I've seen, the deinterlacing seems pretty solid on it. So, I need to use it a little bit more myself so that I can understand it a little better. It's pros and cons, basically. Must be the only person who likes the greatest hits packaging. Oh, I hate it. I don't mind it for PS2 and PS3 and PS4. Like, I kind of like the red on it for some reason. It kind of like adds a little splash of color to your PS2 or PS3 games on your shelf. But for whatever reason, that green on the PS1, I can't do that, and I can't do the yellow on GameCube. The red on the current gen and the, PS2 onward, I like. But GameCube and PS1, I cannot have a yellow or green mark on my shelf for either of those. I think they'll get an SNES core for NT Noir. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure why it's not there. My best guess is that you can play Genesis games with an NES controller, because the base Genesis controller, if you include the select button on the NES controller, the base Genesis controller has the same number of buttons as an NES controller. Although, when it comes to the other jailbreak cores, a Super Nintendo to NES controller adapter actually opens up functionality for some of the cores, like Atari and stuff. So I don't know if that is really the reason for it not being on the Noir jailbreak. I really don't know.
Does anybody want me to keep on going with this, or do you want me to try something else?
I think you should try something else. I mean, you've got the whole X station here, and it seems like you're struggling. So,
well, I was just annoyed with that last bit. All right.
Well, why don't we try something new? I think. Not a fan. Not the biggest fan of the greatest hits red cases on PS4, but it suits Persona 5 very well. I mean, I've got the greatest hits for Yakuza 0 and maybe something else on PS4. But the original release of Persona 5 in the Steelbook is, it's got a red edge to the Steelbook. So, my Persona.
How about Action Bass?
Sure, why don't you go for it? When I was whittling down my list of games to put on my SD card, the bass fishing games were one of the last holdouts. I was like, man, I got rid of, all of the, NBA and NFL and Major League Baseball, blah, 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 blah. I got rid of all that stuff pretty quick. And, even though I didn't exactly have a lot of interest in playing bass fishing games, I was still like, I bet it would be fun to load up some random bass fishing game and put it in a video. And eventually, I still had to make more cuts to fit on my SD card. And I was like, well, all these bass fishing games have to go. The Army Men games had to go. We got $2 Canadian. Thank you from Jeffrey Smith. Who this question looks incomplete to me. The recently released PS1 action RPG ? Is there a new? Does anyone know what he's asking about?
I'm not familiar.
Wasn't there some game that?
Someone's saying, let's see, I've seen Bombing Islands. What is bomb? Do I have Bombing Islands on here?
Check it out. Let's find out what it is.
I have
Blaster Master. As the alternators.
The Bombing Islands. You know what I kind of want to play? You ever play Incredible Crisis?
No.
That seems like something you'd like. I'm gonna play Incredible Crisis.
Blaster Master blasting again. I actually just recently played through Blaster Master 0. Blaster Master 0, 1 and 2. And they're good, but I think blasting again on PS1 is the best sequel. I mean, the original game is still the best, but I think it's the best sequel. The music in that game is so good. The exploration feels very in the spirit of the original.
Wait, what did you think about 0-2?
It was good. Why?
I just hadn't. I don't know anything about it. Hello, some ska music here at the beginning. It's very late '90s right here. Is this Real Big Fish? I wonder. Sounds like it could be.
Oh, Jeffrey Smith is talking about Magic Castle. You know, now that you say that, I remember Bob mentioned that on the Retro RGB podcast. And I forgot to look it up. I don't know anything about it. That's interesting. This opening FMV is awesome.
Yeah.
Do you have this game?
I don't, but I mean, it seems like I've been very tempted by it many times. It's you wouldn't expect it when you just saw it sitting there, like at a game store. It's just like the cover is like yellow with like this face with a dunce hat on or something like that.
Okay.
And it's like it's about to blow. Like there, it's not a dunce hat. It's just like a mushroom cloud coming out of his head.
I really like the character style in the FMV though.
Welcome
yeah.
to Incredible Crisis.
They have like the sexy welcome to Incredible Crisis.
This looks interesting. I'm intrigued.
I knew this seems like something you would like. I mean, how many games have option menus where you have? Oh man, this music too. It's like doing the. It's like a version of like the 2001 music. I can't think of what the name of the actual piece of music is, but the very beginning of it. But it's doing it with like trumpets and stuff.
There was a $3 from Castlemania Games with the pair, and the pair's going like this, and it says fist bump, fist bump. Right back at you. I need to look up this game on eBay. I'm curious. Is this an expensive game?
I can't imagine it being that expensive. Maybe it is now.
I haven't seen gameplay yet, and I'm interested. Oh yeah, that cover is very
unassuming. You would
unassuming, right? Yeah. It's a little pricey. It's looking like 50-ish.
Oh. I mean, I don't think it sold for 50. I feel like it was like a $29.99 game when it came out new.
Really?
Yeah. Might have even been 20.
Looks like the PAL version is a little cheaper. Well, but then it's got like expensive shipping on it. Is it called Incredible Crisis in Japan?
I don't know.
I'm gonna look this up on Wikipedia. I crave
Chapter 1,
more
Goodbye Imperial Development Company. That's Chapter 1. Yeah, it's $20 new. Yeah, Zophie Cakes.
Interesting.
Time next. Ooh, Dance Fever.
The game features music from Tokyo Ska Paradise Orchestra.
Let's do some exercise to relieve the day's stress. Press buttons and directional buttons as they're shown. Make a mistake, your skill level goes down. Perfect dance, your skill level goes up. This game cannot be paused. Here we go.
So in Japan it's called Tondemo Crisis. Looks like the Japanese version might be a bit cheaper. Although now I'm seeing the gameplay and I'm seeing it's like...
No, but every level is different.
Different games?
Yeah, every level is different, I think.
Like I really like the art style, like just like the character design style in this game, like seems really unique for some reason.
Ah! Oh man. I'm never very good at these kind of games.
Yeah. I'm not either.
Okay, Brian Reno is saying that Thomas Wave runs on the GDMU.
Okay. Has anyone played the GoldenEye remake? I have not played it yet. I don't, you know, I'm a little skeptical how well my computer could emulate something like an Xbox 360. But I'm definitely interested in trying. It's pretty cool. I watched a good bit of the stream John did on it. He actually invited me to the stream, but it was like before I woke up when he asked. And the stream was already started by the time I saw it.
Bowling Inferno. For the iron ball, at the distance meter turns red, run with the X button. Make sure you have enough energy drink. When running, use up and down directional buttons to avoid obstacles. This game cannot be paused.
This has made me want to look at Moji Ribbon on PS2. I don't know that either.
Oh, I hit the button? Okay. But I don't know if I'm doing here. Am I hitting the button? Oh. What? I don't really understand what I'm doing here. I got flat. It's just running flattened by this thing. Run with the X button. Make sure you have enough energy drink. Okay. So I gotta hit X.
The guy that directed this did Moon and Chibi Robo.
Okay.
So that kind of makes sense.
Am I just not hitting it fast enough or what? Because I'm like jamming on this button. Try it again. Oh, can I go left and right, I wonder? Oh, I read the stuff and I can.
I still don't know what I think of the gameplay in this game, but the graphic style speaks to me. I really like I just like how it looks, you know?
Oh, I gotta jump.
He also worked on Mario RPG, but I don't know in what role.
The Elevator of Doom.
So you've played this before?
Yeah, my friend Chris had it. I wonder if he still has it. Maybe if he still had it, maybe he would sell it to me. The Elevator of Doom. Break it with X, the X button. Stop it before the counter hits 0. Using direct buttons to avoid falling objects. Blue meter indicates braking power.
I just feel like the character models are surprisingly expressive for PS1. It's very charming.
Did I do it? Oh. It's crushed by an refrigerator. He's just like laying. I love that he's just like, oh, again? Oh, maybe I did beat it. Oh, come on. Okay. So even if you hit it, I guess you can't avoid it.
Like something about how you see like the whole building like outside. Well, you know, not the whole building, but like something about like the structure of this environment just looks like something that defies how you expect environments to be built on PS1. Like it just the whole thing feels cinematic in a very unique way.
Oh, what's this gonna be? Nerd on a wire. He's like, yup. Press and hold X button to move towards the green zone. If you lose balance, recover with directional buttons. Pole will snap when the time is up. Oh. Oh, man, this is tough. Oh. He's like, oh.
Yeah, that weird cover does not really describe what the game is, for sure.
Oh my gosh. This is like...
I definitely kind of want it though, because it just looks so silly.
This is tough to get in that green.
Zane's dad says another game that has the jank must buy. You know, sometimes a little jank is what you're looking for in a game. Sometimes a little jank is a little charming.
Yeah. I mean, it's not even like that janky, I don't think.
No.
Did I do it? Oh, I did it.
Was it last week that I did cruising, or was that the previous time I streamed? What did I do last week?
Chex Quest?
Oh yeah, it was cruising after Chex Quest. That's
Yeah,
right.
and then you stayed up and beat it.
I did. I did. I feel confident.
Oh. I like that he like lets the ball go by.
I feel confident that I am the only human who ever has and ever will beat cruising on a Wii Duel. Ooh, Zane's dad bought cruising on the Wii after that.
Yeah. The music is kind of great, though.
I really want to hear it.
Chapter 2. Teneo, 5 seconds.
The box art on the save screen.
I wonder how long it is.
Kirby also bought cruising on
Paramedics, the A-Team.
I bet I've sold more copies of cruising on a stream than anyone ever has.
Answer the questions, press X for yes, 0 for no. 10 correct answers are needed to clear the stage. 2 wrong answers in a row will trigger an electrical shock. Hey, are you okay? Are the reindeers pulling Santa's sleigh all male? Yes. Oh, no. Maybe not. Hey, listen closely. Is 1 + 1 = 1? No. Okay, listen closely. Is 1 kilogram 1 million milligrams? I don't know. I do not know. Okay, listen closely. It's 1 centimeter 10. I'm gonna say yes. I know. I'm just.
There was $2 from So Knuckles 1 saying Incredible Crisis deserves all the love.
I don't know. These are like all questions. Is the currency of Japan and Leela? No. Some of these I know. I mean, 2 of them I've known. The currency of Japan, yen? Yes. Are you still alive? The Danish flag, the oldest national flag of the world. I guess it is. I'm learning something here. There we go. And they repeat some of the questions, looks like. Are you still alive? Oh, that was no. Is that going to be game over? Yep.
This game is awesome.
Here we go.
And I love the idea if you answer a wrong question, they're like, oh no, he's died.
Is Maine the most northern state of the U.S.? No, I was going to say yes, but it's not. As well as for a flavor, 5 people per turn, yes. 15 people per team? I guess not. Okay, I don't know. Hey, are you okay? Oh, I got that one before. I should have... There we go. That way. I don't know. It's just because you like some crazy math problem. This is tough. Oh, we have to give him a heart massage. By the way. How am I supposed to... I don't know. These are crazy. Like...
It's like you don't know this ridiculous math question. It's like, oh my god!
And you have 3 seconds to answer it.
We gotta revive him. There was $5 from EB Chill 2. Thank you. Saying, have a great week, guys. Great video this week. Well, thank you.
Oh, it is 11 people per team, I guess.
Did you hear me laughing, Sandy? Oh, you sleepy.
Ask the same question a couple times.
She's looking intently at the TV because she knows I must have been laughing at something. Well, at least it looks like there's repeat questions.
Yeah, they just changed certain words in them.
Oh.
3 more, come on. Come on, gotta get real close here. Are you okay? Please. 2 more, come on. I can't wait till you see it. All right.
Wait, what happened? What happened?
It's just like a really super complicated question.
Oh.
Oh. Yes, it's stuff. Oh, come on. I don't. It should not be this hard anymore. All right, halfway. Come on. I don't know. Like I'm so bad at math that I can't even.
I mean, how long do you have to give the answer?
3 seconds.
Oh, so you couldn't even do it in a calculator.
Right. I mean, I like they give you like yeah. I don't know what Nightingale is in World War II. Have an active role in World War II, or the. Okay, so you got to make it through 3 mini games or whatever per chapter, or else you get game over. And you got to.
Welcome to Incredible Crisis.
Multiple single digit safe place, safe answer, single digit matches. Gives you a really good chance of getting it. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do a new game. Can I quit? Shoot.
Henry Cox says, Corey, multiply the singles digit place and see if the
Yeah.
answer is a single digit match. It gives you a really good chance of
It's just like the whole point is, you're under the pressure of it. I gotta quit here so I can. Can I quit? Come on. Oh, I cannot. That's right. I cannot. I'm gonna see if I can quit and exit.
Mike Sherry with $5. Thank you. Saying, is Sandy trying to replicate Doge Face intentionally? I don't know. She's being a sleepy bag. She's been getting much quieter during streams lately. She's just, she sees the people dancing and she's getting kind of interested now.
Welcome to Incredible Crisis.
Okay. This is one of those games that you would not expect to ever get localized. But I mean, I wonder when it came out. Like, I feel like it probably came out in like after. I bet you this came out after the PS2 was already out.
I bet you're right. Let's see.
At least in the US.
Japan, June 1999. North America, November 2000.
Okay, so it came out essentially the same month as the PS2.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Let's see. Okay, so I guess that is the.
There's an arcade version of this.
Oh, really?
I'm gonna look that up.
Come on! Like, I don't even understand. I'm especially bad at like distances and stuff. I mean, was that 1+1? I was like, whatever. I'm falling apart here. I'm like not even. I'm getting all these like math. These math problems wrong. Let's try it again. Yes. Get that one.
It looks pretty similar in the arcade.
Listen. The party tells me that 1 + 1 = 1. That is the answer.
As far as I can tell, the graphics are pretty similar for the arcade version.
Oh, shoot. If you just do like the last numbers, it'll tell you.
I love that both of these paramedics, like, just, they know the answer, you know? Like, both of them know.
Come on, one more, please. Listen to what I say before answering the question. Point A is 300 meters north of town. Point B is 1 kilometer east of... Ah, come on. Okay. I just like their celebration.
Oh, I can't wait to see it.
Let's go by Stretcher. Oh, jeez. Ride the stretcher, use left and right buttons to steer. Avoid cars and motorbikes. If you hit construction signs, you lose control for a while. You're done when the distance meter reaches 0. Oh! Shoot.
Now this looks a little janky.
Yeah.
I definitely kind of want this game though. It looks great.
Oh. This is like, it's kind of long here. Jeez.
Don't ever hold the D-pad, just tap in increments.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
So it's basically a Game & Watch game. This,
Yeah.
With much more complex animation.
Oh, jeez. We got like cars. Come on. Jeez.
Well, it is the Incredible Crisis.
Yeah. I guess I don't move. Oh. I mean, it's tough. It's like... Jeez. Like, I can't... Oh, come on! I was like right there. I just don't want to have to do that ambulance game again.
Oh gosh. That'd be horrible. There was no way to save after it?
No, I think you only save every chapter. It's like... I can't even... Like, it's definitely, you know, it's got some jank. Like, it's... At times, very frustrating. Like, right now. Like, I just, like, landed. How am I supposed to even...
I think it's supposed to be kind of, though.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what the man, you know, with his head erupting in a volcano on the cover is supposed to indicate, I think.
Donation.
There's $2 from. Maybe I would understand this if I could hear the audio in the game. He says, With $2 donation saying new MLiG shirt idea. You-wee!
Well, he's like, way, way. Every time he gets hit. Way.
The cars always leave the center open. Is that right?
Except for the blue ones, which is how I died before. And if I play with the analog stick, it'll be easier.
Doesn't strike me as something that would be easier. I mean, you keep getting so close.
I know. Come on, please, 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 please. I was like, my whole body was tense right there. He runs into that rolling ball like it's still going. That ball, that globe, it's. Oh, it's the crazy circle.
Crazy circle.
Love, fireworks, and Ferris wheel.
Oh, there it is. The crazy circle.
Find the pressure points. The lady needs a back massage. She will guide you. And find the points with X button. Directional buttons. Press X button repeatedly to fill up the pleasure meter on the left. All right.
All the way up.
All the way up.
All
The
the way,
minigame that really caused quite a stir when it came out.
all the way up.
Up.
Ooh, you dirty old man. All the way up.
Wait, so I mean,
You don't know.
Ooh, you dirty
yeah, you can't, because you can't see what you're doing.
I know, that's the whole point. And when you get it right, she's like all the way up, and it goes up, and she's like, "Ooh, you dirty old man."
A little. Ooh, you dirty old man. A little. Ooh, you dirty old man.
I don't know if I'm.
Ooh, you dirty.
Apparently,
old
this
man.
is what sold Hung Lei on the game right now.
Yeah.
Says, I need this game now.
I don't really know what the meter is
A
though.
little bit right. Ooh, just a tiny bit right. A little bit left. Ooh, just a tiny bit. Ooh, just a tiny bit. There. Further right.
Is this still Pac-Man World? I'll leave that for you to decide.
Further up. A little bit up.
What are you
A
doing,
little bit
Sandy?
right. A little bit right.
No, it's okay.
Just a
You
tiny
say
bit
that. It's
up.
fine.
There.
You were just stretching really weird.
All the way up.
I don't really know. I mean, I think I can get better though. At this.
You think you can get better at this?
All the way up. Ooh, you
What
dirty
is
all
this
the
game
way.
rated? Let's find out. It is rated
You
T,
dirty old man.
14.
All the way up.
Let's see if I can zoom in on the back cover.
Ooh, you dirty old man. A little bit.
Animated violence, comic mischief, and suggestive themes.
Ooh, you dirty old man. All the way up.
I don't really know how far up I'm supposed to go.
Ooh, you dirty old man. Ooh, you dirty old man. All the way up.
I'm going
Like,
all
is
the way
it all
up.
digital input?
Yeah, I'm just holding it down.
Ooh, you all the way up. A little bit up.
Maybe I'm going
Ooh,
to.
just a tiny bit right. Ooh, just a tiny bit up. Ooh, just a tiny bit. Ooh, just a tiny bit. There. All the way down.
A couple people in the chat are saying, "Are you winning, son?"
Further left. Ooh, just a little bit
It's
right.
$1.99 from Eric Schusler saying, "What can I get for $2, Corey?"
Tiny bit. Ooh, just a tiny bit.
Oh no, that's not full $2 there. Sorry to say.
Oh, come on. Please have another continue. Oh. Dang it.
Welcome to Incredible Crisis.
Well. So can I play the mini game if I could just play them afterwards here? Oh, yeah, they're all like VHS tapes.
Oh, I gotta see this.
Let me load the memory card here.
Oh, check that out.
So it's around $50 on eBay.
Yeah. So not the cheapest, not the most expensive, but compared to its actual release price,
So this kind of gives you an idea how many levels there are.
well, I'm glad that Blaster Master Blasting Again didn't become expensive because, it kind of released as maybe a little after, but I mean, it was after the PS2 was already out as well. So
Yeah.
glad that didn't get expensive. That game is excellent.
Let's see if I can. I'll see if I can get through this and do it again here.
It's always a sad thing when these like technically impressive games come out, late in a generation, after the new console's already out and no one cares. It's like, oh, that's just old. No one buys them, but then you look back and you're like, oh, that's so interesting. Just like all the what I was talking about earlier with all the N64 game or the NES games that came out after the SNES. There's some of the NES's best stuff came out in the 90s. Oh, so you have to play
the whole
all
chapter.
the way from this again?
Yeah. It sends you back to the beginning of the.
Oh my gosh. Well, if you get back to the Ferris wheel, you should probably look up, or maybe I'll look up to see if I can like find a walkthrough that explains how to play that game.
I understand. I think.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll bring up a guide just in case. This guide is written by Sailor Bacon, who I think you can surely trust.
Come on. Come on, I gotta get this last one here. I can't do it. I was like, did the first 9 questions without getting a miss, and then I missed them all on the last one.
Okay, I've got information on that other mini game open if you need help.
Well, I'm not gonna do it.
Oh, okay.
It's 11 anyways, and
That's true.
I thought I had it. I mean, I understand how to play the game. If I had another chance at it, I probably would have done it. But you know, I'd have to do the whole stretcher thing again too.
Yeah.
But I mean, it would be awesome, like if I actually played this from the very beginning of the stream. Maybe if you get it, you should play it from the top.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely kind of want to get it now. So
you just never know. You never know what kind of game we'll randomly play in our stream. Yeah. Where is it? Eric Schuessler's, you dirty old man. And obviously, like, there's something going on. Look at it. He's like on the front of this. That's the helicopter speed. There's like a giant pink stuffed animal too.
Like, do you ever play as his family members too?
I don't know.
Like they're in the FMV. Like, look at the mom. Like, she's like on a snowboard.
Well, there's no like it
explodes,
and you see in a second she's like flying a Harrier jet.
I mean, it's kind of, I mean, everything that appears in this opening FMV is amazing. I want to see it all.
The Tokyo Sky Tree. I don't know what the Tokyo, is that an actual thing or is it just like?
Yeah.
I thought, is that the same thing as Tokyo Tower or is it different?
Yeah. The Tokyo Sky Tree, I think, is newer than this game. We saw it. It was one of those. You know, if you remember the last day we were in, the day that we left Japan, and remember we were like walking around Ueno and like shopping around a little bit. And there was this one street where if you look straight down, you saw a really tall tower. That's the Tokyo Sky Tree. I think. Let me check when it was built, though. I think it's newer than this game.
Jonathan G is saying you play a little Tokimeki Memorial. I don't know if I have it on here. I can check though.
It was completed in 2011, so yeah, it's newer than this game.
We'll do it for a second. If I have it on here, I might not. Yeah, the attract mode sells it.
Wait, what are you doing?
Jonathan G said, can you play a little Tokimeki Memorial? I don't know if I have it on here, though.
I mean...
Doesn't look like it.
Doesn't it take a little... I mean, I would imagine Tokimeki Memorial takes, you know...
Yeah, it does.
A little bit to get into.
I wouldn't be able to... I don't have it on here anyways, it looks like.
Yeah.
There's also apparently I have it on here as a Twin Bee RPG.
I was just talking earlier about John telling me about the Twin Bee platformer on Super Famicom, and I ordered it.
I hope that the new firmware adds folders because as you can see, this list of 900.
Yeah, I really want to have like a list that's just like the things I own, and then another.
I mean, that's what I
is-
always did. I always put like I have like the collection folder, then I sort everything else out.
Yeah, I really hope that's not going to be a hard thing for them to add.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think so. I think that he's working on it now.
Dave Carr in the chat says, I was just looking at listing for Incredible Crisis on eBay and it has since ended. I wonder if the buyer is watching this stream.
I bet. I mean, I feel like that's almost a guarantee. I think I do have. What is it? What's the Japanese name of Adventures of Little Ralph? So it's like.
What, isn't that the name of it? Because there was no American version.
It's
Isn't
not.
I think it's The Adventures of Little Ralph.
No, it's got something else. It's like. It's a Japanese name. Hang on. Chippoke Ralph no Daibouken.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure I have that on here. Yeah, there it is. Do that just for a second. Oh, irritating stick. Irritating stick is the same thing as the what's the game with the spinning stick?
Kyurin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Irritating stick.
It's a terrible name. It's based on a game show in Japan, I guess. But yeah, I like Kyurin. Wow, Game and Clyde patched all PS1 games to remove dithering. That is some dedication to the dithering hate. I don't mind a little dithering.
This is
I
the
feel
game.
Like the only game that I would really be inclined to use that patch in is Castlevania Chronicles.
This is one of those games that if it ever appears in the episode, it's like everybody asks, like, "Oh, what was that?" Every time.
Isn't it like a 2-button game too?
Yeah, it doesn't even have.
Super
like,
simple.
It doesn't even have memory card support. This game is real expensive though.
And only released in Japan, I think, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm pretty sure that I played this entire game on stream randomly one time.
Did, yeah.
I think I beat it.
I can't remember. I think you got a bad ending.
Yeah. Because the boss fights are all like this, like a one-on-one fighting game type thing.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you got a bad ending. I think there might have been more to the game, but... Yeah, I mean, it seems like a really simple game, like not much of anything unique about it, but it's a nice looking game, nice looking sprite-based game.
Yeah. If anybody has a Japanese PSN account, this game is available on PS3 Japanese PSN store.
Well,
which is
PSP
that's
and Vita.
Yeah, right. And that's how I bought it that way.
There was and it looks like Choir Boy joined as a YouTube member as well. Choir
welcome.
Boy, I know, is in our
doubling up
in our Patreon Discord. Well, which is, I mean, it's Patreon and YouTube member Discord. Thank you. And then there was Edward Stumpful saying, I weirdly discovered the ska band from the last game like 2 months ago. Also, depending on which auction that person was watching, yes, I'm here. So,
That's great.
Yeah, there you go. It sounds like, man. I mean, I sold people on Cruise and Wii. You sold people on Incredible Crisis. Like,
Yeah.
Where's our eBay
Like affiliate, whatever.
affiliate? Yeah.
I don't know. Like I think that it does exist, but I don't even know how to like.
I'm not sure it does exist. I feel like there was something weird about it, if it did exist.
I mean, it does exist. I've gotten emails, like, not like super recently, but in the last couple months, saying that there's like $12 in the account that they want to pay out.
And Clark says you guys are definitely hashtag influencers.
Well, I think you're going to be getting that Incredible Crisis also, eventually.
Eventually. I might see if I can get a good price in the Japanese version, although I'm sure it'll be hard to play. But, you know, like, I just got to decide, like, I'm not going to be afraid of importing Japanese games that, you know, require a little bit of reading, because, like, I eventually want to be good enough to be able to do it, you know? I'm a long ways off still, but I want to eventually be able to do that.
I like how he does that backflip, kind of like how he swings
From
off
the
of
rope
it.
to rope.
Yeah. That's...
Oh, Epos Vox has become a sponsor.
Welcome. Also doubling it up.
Thank you.
When I lived in New York and I was working at that one post house, my boss used to always say, when he's gonna teach me to do something, he's like, you know, like, let me rope-a-dope ya.
Rope-a-dope?
Yep. Oh, Everything Hate says, what game is this? All in caps. No, it's okay. I mean, I thought maybe that was like an excitement. Like, what is this?
What game is this? This is the most beautiful thing. It is a pretty game.
I like that he can like hit it like he's golfing with him. This is The Adventures of Little Ralph, or is it Chippoke? Ralph No Daibouken. It's got like, some good tunes on it too. Whoa!
Oh wow! There's 1999 from Dylan Tackworth. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow, thank you. Saying you guys are awesome. Only been subscribed for a little while, but already learned about so many great games. Well, you know, our output was intentionally or unintentionally a little slower last year, and you know, I think you're going to start to see. I know that it took a while to get the first episode out this year, but you know, I think we're going to do a lot more things where it's just like looking at a bunch of games. You know, I mean, we've commented on before the games we played in 2020 video like outperformed the Indie Mini Noir video by like a pretty fair margin.
Yeah.
Which is definitely like, well, we should be just making videos about games.
Or we just, it doesn't have to be everything, but I mean, just more often we should do stuff like that. We should not be afraid to do that kind of stuff.
Right. We've all it's always kind of been like, oh, well, like that's probably not what people really want from us. It's just videos about games. Like clearly a lot of people do want videos like that.
I mean, it can be a little bit of everything. And you know what's always fun is that a lot of the, even if a video is just about like a game, it always includes some tech stuff in there anyways.
Yeah. Because, we always got to talk about the best way to play it.
Yeah.
Epos Vox says, this is Earth to Pac-Man, where Pac-Man is actually a man.
Stronger sword. Yeah, I mean I think this game is a couple $100 at least now.
Yeah, I mean I haven't looked it up in forever, but I'm sure. I never got it on PSN, but I probably should have. Anti-aliasing says pickup sound reminds me of Vector Man. Vector Man is a game that I really wish I liked. But every time I try to play it, I'm just like, I don't like this. Like, I feel like all the characters are so big that you kind of have a hard time seeing like very far ahead of you. And like the camera kind of swings wildly a lot. It's just visually a very difficult game to follow. But I really want to like it.
I don't know what that thing just gave me, but whoa. No! Whoa!
Yeah, I remember always being interested in it, even back in the day, because it was just like, I kind of saw it as being Sega's answer to Donkey Kong Country, and
Yeah.
I love me some Donkey Kong Country. I still love like good sort of CG art from the era. Vector Man just never really did it for me. I've just never been able to get into it, even as I've tried. You were going to ask how I sold people on Cruising Wii? I mean, all I did was stream it. And it looked hilarious and stupid.
Sometimes
and
all you need to do is just talk about that Wii.
Just gotta talk about that Wii.
Every once in a while.
I mean, it was stupider and more cruising-like than I expected. Good? No. But exactly what I wanted out of the, I don't know, $5 or $7 or however much it cost. Oh, really? Andy says, because the Fast and the Furious arcade was what got me into genuine arcade racers. Well, maybe it is a legit good game if you dig your teeth into it. I was just having fun with how stupid it was. But that was what I wanted. I just wanted a stupid game. And it delivered.
How much space do you have left on your X Station memory card?
Not much, I don't think, because I really had to whittle it down, and I don't think I've got any Japanese stuff on it. I don't even think I have the Japanese stuff I own on it yet. So I definitely need to kind of do another pass at it.
Oh, so is data note, does that combine records, player data? I don't think this has memory card support though.
It always fascinates me when that happens in PS1 games.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I don't know, I kind of appreciate this. Like, oh, well, it's just kind of
Oh, it does. Okay, there is a save.
Oh, okay.
Oh, this memory card's full too. Here's one thing I don't really know. Does anybody in the chat know how to get to the... Oh, maybe I just open it without the lid closed. Hang on. Or I turn it on without...
How to get to what?
The memory card menu. I don't know how to get the.
You leave the lid open when you boot the system, right?
I think that's what you got to do. Yeah.
I think I've done it.
Okay. Yeah. I want to see what's on these memory cards. I think it's oh, that's why.
Getting XStation installed Wednesday. What Japanese games are recommended that you can play?
Chippoke, Ralph, no, Daibouken.
Yeah, the Adventures of Little Ralph for sure. Let me look at my Japanese PS1 list to see if there's anything that doesn't require reading on there. Unfortunately, I think a lot of what I have involves reading, and I have not really played them yet. Let's see. Filter by Japan. Let's see. I mean, I've got the Biohazard games, but obviously that's nothing new. I've got Einhander, which, doesn't involve much reading, but I just have that because the Japanese version's way cheaper. And Jimmy Hoppa tossed it in one of the boxes he sent us. Oh, Gunner's Heaven. Gunner's Heaven's a good choice.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
look at this. No, it's on here.
That's
my driver replay.
Huh?
My replay from last September in Driver from 9/21/20.
Wow.
See, the memory card that was full is like my just like I have it in the system, and then I move once I like play a game, I will move those save files to other memory cards that are kind of sorted by genre. I have a whole like Google spreadsheet for each memory card and what's on it.
I missed a super chat from Joshua Helmke that was $5. Thank you, saying Mark, you need to go all the way up if you want to read kanji.
Yeah, that's it, all the way up.
I couldn't hear the voice in that game though, so I can't accurately say it. Maybe you should read the next one so you can say it correctly, because then there's a second Joshua Helmke that's more for you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hang on.
I want to hear your spin on it.
Queue up the menu and go all the way up. That's it. All the way up. You dirty old man. Oh, that's a good one right there. Valkyrie profile. I like looking through like my old memory cards. But what I want to do is I want to copy that over.
Games says, just want to say hello to MLiG. I've been a huge fan of the RGB video series, watching them a second time and still learning a ton. Thanks to you for the great content. Well, thank you.
Thank you. Let me, I want to see why this one memory card didn't work. Maybe it's like messed up. Is it going to show me anything? I'm just wondering why it didn't let me read anything off that memory card. Or it wasn't showing anything was on it, or it just like wasn't detecting it.
Well, there's actually nothing on the stream right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did it just happen?
I don't know. I actually wasn't really paying that much attention.
Has the screen been black for a while like that?
I think it might have been. I was looking more at the chat.
That's crazy. It's been like this, huh? Well, hang on. Sorry about that. Jeez. Let's see if maybe it's just something happened when it went into the memory card screen.
Anti-aliasing wants to know how you're using a DualShock 3 on a PS1.
I'm using it's like the Brook adapter, which is it was recommended to me by I think it was Henry Clark a couple weeks ago. Then I went and bought one, and it works great. A lot of people have asked me why I use a DualShock 3, and I use it because I have like some extra DualShock 3s, and also I like it because it's like closer to the original PS1 controller as it is. It does give me rumble, and I guess it does support pressure sensitive buttons as well. I don't know why the screen went black like that. It's weird. I was like looking through.
Maybe your capture card just couldn't grab onto it when you turned it off and turned it back on.
Yeah.
Oh, you got some Chrono Cross saves on here. I have no clue what happened to my original Chrono Cross saves because I don't have any that are. I mean, actually, probably what happened when you start a New Game Plus, I probably overwrote something and just like never totally finished some of those New Game Pluses.
So if I try and copy this as I do it. So it's not detecting this memory card. Do memory cards go bad?
I mean, it's certainly a positive. I mean, anything could go bad. I mean, I don't know what kind of chip it is. Flash or EEPROM. I don't know what it is.
I don't know.
But it's got to be.
It doesn't have any lag
and,
like that. I can really tell.
Only so many writes. I mean, just like an SD card can go bad. No reason a PlayStation card couldn't go bad too. Are you sure it's a PS1 card? Because there are some PS2 cards
100%
that I've been confused about because I've looked at it and it looks like I just accidentally put it in because it was like a similar color to some of my PS1 cards.
Oh, here's my. No, these are not my childhood saves. I don't know why I have Chrono Cross on here as well as over there. Another one. All right. It probably is time for a memory card.
$2 saying maybe it's time for a memory card save video.
Yes.
And if you did feel so inspired, in the coming months, maybe you should do that. I was feeling very intimidated because there were some segments you wanted me to write, and I just felt like I just didn't know anywhere near what you knew.
Well, thanks. Yeah, I mean, that's something that I've been thinking about for a long time. Huh? So that one's empty. I got this. Is that? Mouse like X. Oh, I think this is from when I played through Castlevania again for.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that icon for Castlevania.
I'm pretty sure that's because it's. Well, one of them's Richter. The other one is probably just like another.
Like my memory card,
it's like a skull.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of them, but yeah, it's not those with the characters.
Sorry, I just think it's fun going through these like this sometimes. I've got a lot of PS1 memory cards. A lot.
I don't think we're going to get through them all tonight.
I know. I'm just gonna. I'll grab the stack and show everybody all my PS1 memory cards. I have all the colors.
The symphony of memory card changes with each save. Yeah, I've seen different ones, but I just haven't seen those.
I think I have like all the colors. Look at these. Look at that. Look at that fat stack. What's that?
I don't know why I'm so sleepy.
Well, I am too.
That's a pretty good stack.
Actually, no. Hang on. One of these is. This one's a PS2 memory card. Yep. All right. Is that going to do it for this week? I think that's going to do it. Thanks to everybody who donated and everybody who hung out. It was a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. We'll have to. Next week we'll probably go longer than this, I'm guessing. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Anyways, I hope everybody has a great week. And I'm going to go and find out who won the Super Bowl, I guess. All right. Take care, everybody.
Good night.